Hey there, creative crew. My name is Vanessa with the Winnie Umbrella brand, the Winnie Umbrella Publishing, the Winnie Umbrella Everything Under the Sun. And this is 7 questions for a self-publisher slash author. So, if you would like to know those questions and stay tuned for those answers, let us begin.
How do I distribute, sell my books to potential customers in libraries, etc.?
Wow, that's a great question. I go on, how do I distribute, sell, and my books to potential customers? First off, if you want to go this route, your community, like your family and friends, is your first customer. Even if you don't think they will buy, put it on your platform. If you have social media, put it on there. And I did mine's. How can I say this? This is a really great question. I put mine on social media. I started my own Instagram for my business or my books. So I started an Instagram for everything for my books to be the platform, that platform for it. So Instagram, TikTok, if it's not banned at this moment. Pinterest is a great one. Facebook page. I started, social media was my friend. That's how I tried to connect people, distribute. And when you go on social media, you find different groups and you advertise within those groups. Like, hey, if you look on it, just before you start advertising, they're like, I'm looking for a book, I want to read it, I don't feel this and I don't feel that. I go on there and be like, hey, if you feel like you want a good romance book or your self-help book or children's book, I'll link my website, link a picture of the book. I always link a picture because people are visual. If they can say it or not, they're visual. Link a picture of the book, and the person it's under that comment is gonna see that, but everybody else who's looking for a similar book or something like that is in that comment, and they're gonna see that too. So how did I do it? I use social media. I'm like, put it on social media. That's what I did. And if you have a great family or support system of friends and stuff that will buy your stuff and not ignore your stuff, that's a whole different topic. I hope everyone around you help you with your business in a positive way. But put it on your Facebook page. You got posts about kids' graduation. You have posts about families and their upcoming this and that. Post about your business. Post about your products. Post about it. You know what I mean? Those are your first customers. Those are your first trial and errors. Post, post, post. So I use social media to sell my books. To distribute it, I did just use the UPS, FedEx, all that other stuff to get it out there. But also, I use Amazon.
Who owns the rights to my book?
Oh my God. This question here. Who owns the rights to your book? You would, like, first starting off, I research. I did not know a lot of free things they give you is technically not free, honey. When I tell you you may have to pay up front since you want to be a self-publishing author, or you want to be an author and you want to own your full rights to your book. The ISBN is where you own your book. If you get a free one from any website, they own majority of that book. Regardless who wrote it, who designed it, they own it. So you can go on Bacher. I don't have it. I'm gonna put it here. Remember to put it there. I'm gonna put it there. Bacher.com. Buy your own ISBN pertaining to whatever country you're in. Buy your own ISBN. You can buy your own barcodes. You can make a barcode too, but that's a different story. Buy your own barcode, your own everything. When you buy it up front, no matter what platform you put it on, no matter what you do, that is your book. That you own the rights to that book. And that's exactly what I did. I have a couple ISBNs, they're forever yours. I have a couple though that I still haven't used yet because once the books come out, I bought ahead of time, so I already have them um, there to use. And that ISBN is not just like a simple ISBN that only one site can use it. It goes everywhere. Libraries. It's the coding in a sense of I hope I'm saying this right to you. But you know how you go into bookshelves and everything is in its chronological order? Your ISBN is like that. No matter where. By your own. My personal preference. But I understand money is tight. Money is tight at times. So I would say if you go free, just know free isn't always free. Just know that.
What is the cost to publish a book?
Let's say if you go the camera route, you need to purchase, like, make your cover design and stuff. Like, let's say you're not going the route of hiring different people, you're doing it yourself. You need a Canva subscription. They say yes, you can get free stuff off of Canva, but all the good stuff is under the subscription. So the best thing to do is get the $14 subscription. It's probably less or more than that, depending if you can get on under someone's free. Use my trial today, and for a week or so, you can have free Canva. Do that. But Canva is like $14. I wrote it down. ISBN. Let's say if you just buy one, $29 if you buy one or two or three. But let's say if you buy a package deal, which honestly is cheaper, but if you buy a package in the long run, it's cheaper. $29 to $129, but you forever have them. Okay. So, and then to publish, let's say you go on Amazon KDP to publish, or you go on Ingram Spark, or it's another one called, oh my God, what's the other one called? It's other publishing places. You can publish your book. Like, they don't own it. You just go through them to print it out and distribute it for you. You can pay them as well. But technically, you can publish your under $50, you can publish a book. Now, if you want to go through the route of an extensive cover design, Fiverr.com, you have to hire someone. That's going to take you a couple $100, depending on who you hire. If you want to distribute and sell like a whole bunch, you have to pay for the cost of the book. So that's why I put like $20. Let's say if you bought 2 copies of your book, just to get the feel of the first 2 copies, $20. You gotta pay for shipping and handling, but you just bought your book. You see what I'm saying? And you just bought the style of it from where you wanted it published. Now you can do this from your own printer, everything at home. You can do that. You can do that. So that will cut the cost down too. It's all in how you want to do it. So it can be under $50 to do everything. Even Canva. You can go another route outside of Canva, but I'm just giving you this route. Canva, I prefer you buy your own ISBN. Canva for some designs, or draw your own design and print it out to that. You can hire somebody, Fiverr or something. Now that's gonna be. It can cost less than $50 or more than a couple $1,000s. It all depends on how you want it. Even if it costs less than $50, doesn't mean it's going to be a bad looking book. It's all in how you put it together. You see what I'm saying? So I can say about less than $50 to thousands of dollars, what your pocket is willing to pay, or how creative are you willing to do it. So that's it. Mine's, you can catch certain places cheaper. It really didn't cost as much. I chose the cheaper route, but I drew on a few books. In a few books, I put some pieces together and made a style for the book. But a lot of the other stuff I drew myself. So think about that.
What do you think makes a good story?
I think making a good story would be more on the person that's writing the story. Everybody's viewpoint is different. Everybody's mindset is different. You just want someone to enjoy the story that you're particularly trying to tell. I just feels like for me it has the beginning, like you're introducing or however you want to. So the beginning of the story, the climax going to the middle of the story, the heightened suspense depending on what type of story you're having. Um, the mystery behind it because you can't give it away so soon, and then the climax going to the end, and cliffhangers is really good. Even if you're done writing that story, leaving a cliffhanger can really piss some people off in a good way. You see what I'm saying? Like, what the? I know he did it. Why did I say he did it? I want to see the next, and if there's no next, it's just formulating a good story in their head. So to me, it's a good story depending on the author. If you want it to be like, I read books that was really, really, really good, but I read books that really pissed me off in a sense, and I think it was meant to do that in the story. You see what I'm saying? But not like the style of writing or nothing like that, because I feel like anybody can write a good story and it doesn't have to formulate in a certain way. So if you're starting off and if you're trying to make a good story, you don't necessarily have to follow a certain format that is forced on you. You can find a good format and you will find your audience. That's one.
What is one of the most surprising things you learned when creating your books?
The most surprising thing I learned is that it's not that I'm a procrastinator. It's like I rather tell the story. I rather tell the story. I rather see the story. And when creating my book, I can see it, but writing it down so that I won't necessarily skip something because I'm trying to write fast or jumble up my words or anything like writing. It's the fact that I have to write it out and give it so much detail so that you can understand what I'm trying to say. So I've learned that I need to just slow pace my writing, slow pace how I tell the story in a sense, and not just be like, oh my God, let me tell you what happened. And I will go into that and how. So I need to slow it down, give a detail where they can understand and not just rush it off in my head, because I'll definitely do that. And if you read my books, you'll see like, girl, it's funny. I learned I was not just mentally funny. You know how you can say something in your head and you bust out laughing? I be in it. It be funny to me. So I put it in the books. Yeah. So.
How do you get inspired to write?
I'm learning discipline, because if I write when I want to, I'll get busy with other stuff. So I'm definitely learning discipline and taking time without my day to put it like, this week we're writing specifically this, and this. So you have to take even like an hour to 30 minutes out of your day to say, no matter what I put on the paper, it's going to be something on that paper. You see what I'm saying? So, because you're going to have to clean it up a lot. Your first draft or the first, like, yes, I'm done with the book. I wrote everything out. Okay, you got everything out, and then you're going to have to reread it and rewrite majority of it. That's just the nature of the game. So I've learned to just get it out, but take my time, focus, and make sure I take time and be disciplined enough to do it, because writing is something else. So truly take your time, because that's all I've been doing is to be disciplined, because when motivation isn't there, what else do you have? So discipline has really helped me get my books out. It's like, I know I got a deadline. Let me make this deadline. And I make my own deadline. Honestly, I make my own deadline. But now, so you have to be done with this here. You cannot push it back. So get disciplined. That's your biggest motivator. Because when the motivation come back, you're going to be further along with that discipline.
What advice would you give someone who wants to write a book or become a self-publisher?
Okay, this question I'm definitely gonna have to make it to two parts. If you want to write a book, I say it doesn't take. People say like a year, or 2 years, or three. Mm-mm. If you want to write a book, you would write a book. You see what I'm saying? Just take your time, in a sense of write everything out first. Go back, reread it to to correct it or change it, add a scene, take out a scene, but do it because all authors don't sound the same. And just because you like an author's style doesn't mean you have to go that author's way. You will find your tribe to read your book. If one person doesn't like it, two persons doesn't like it, doesn't mean it's not a bad book. It just doesn't mean that it means that that's not their type of book. You see what I'm saying? You will find your audience. Remember that. Not every book is for everybody. And that means your book is for somebody. So I say write a book. Just to do it. And print it, publish it. And if you want to keep it on your bookshelf, you can. If you want to sell it, do that as well. But be proud of what you did from here to here. You see what I'm saying? Be proud of yourself. You want to be a self-publisher? Baby, you going to come out some money. You going to be marketing. The author, you wrote the book. You write the book, you did that, you put it from mind to paper. You see what I'm saying? That's magic. But you want to self-publish that. Be ready to market. Be ready to come out in a little change for advertising. Be ready to do all these things and be proud and know your why. Know why that this book is a great book. Know why that this person needs to buy this book. Know why that this is something that someone needs to read or be a part of. Be a part of that community that knows about that book. Because self-publishing, you're just talking to the community as an author about the book. It's weird too. You're publishing the book. You're putting the book in the forefront. That's the majority of a self-publisher. You're getting the book out there. The author writes the book, do all that other stuff, but you're making everything go. So if you want to do all that, be ready. Because ain't nothing wrong with putting yourself out there to making sure someone reads your book. Okay, if y'all want more in-depth answers to these questions, please comment down below because those can get very deep. Each question can get very deep in a sense of answers. So, if you want more answers, comment down below and I'll do a more in-depth video. But thank you so much for watching. Once again, I hope you enjoy your journey as an author or a self-publisher or both. You know what I mean? Because technically you're going to be both trying to sell that book or notepad or tablet, whatever you get into, sweetie. Honey, let me tell you this. Good luck and let's get creative.